Do we put it here? What about over here? Over here maybe? Or over here? How do we know? Many people today are trying to start their own home garden, whether it's for rising food costs or just trying to get some good fresh food in their into their family's diet because they're tired, as I am, of the local supermarket fare and food being trucked from all over the world. They want to start their own garden. Nothing is fresher than a tomato picked right in your own backyard. We're here at a homeowner's backyard who wants to do just that, so we're going to use it as an example to show you how to pick a good space for your garden. Whether it's a raised bed or in ground, doesn't matter. This is the steps you go through. There's 3 major things you need to watch for. Sunlight, we got that. You need access to water, and you need good drainage. You don't want to have your garden on an area that holds water. Most vegetables want anywhere from 6 to 8 hours of sunlight per day. So the key is to get an area where you're not shaded by trees, houses, bigger buildings, that sort of thing. And the best way to do that is, the first thing is build yourself a little shade map for your yard or your property. Go out at different seasons or at least different times a day and see where the sun is and where the shadows are. Our sun here has chosen to go behind the clouds right now, but normally this time of day we'll get a shadow right down here from the neighboring house and this fence right here. So what you should do is pick a time of day, let's say 9 or 10 in the morning and 2 or 3 in the afternoon and maybe 6 in the evening. See where that shade line is and just get a little stone, put down there, or a little flag that you use for planting or placing irrigation, and mark where those lines are. Once you've marked all your shade lines so you know where they're going to be and where not to put your garden, sketch it out on a piece of graph paper and you know kind of what you've got as the sun moves. In this case, from this direction over to that direction, and where your best choices are. The next requirement you'll need will be sure you have access to water, whether it's a hose or a sprinkler head or whatever way it is. Make sure you have it not too far away. You'll quickly tire of dragging watering pails or watering buckets out to your garden, even if it's a small garden. So the closer you are to a water source, the better you'll be. You can use the sprinkler with some middle misting heads. Ideally, later on, we'll show you how to set up a drip irrigation system. And other than that, you can splice right into a faucet for a drip. You can take out one of your sprinkler heads and build your own little drip irrigation system right from that little sprinkler head. It's easy to do. Again, we'll talk about that later. That's all there is to it. We're going to eliminate the one side area because, as you can see right along here, we've got drainage issues. It's dried out now because we've had some dry days, but because it stays wet generally after a rain or a sprinkling, this is not a good place to put your garden. Well, we ended up the best choice in this location is right here, center of the yard, only about 12 feet out from the patio, plain sight, plain view, and will work perfectly for us in this case. Well, we've picked our spot. Let's get those fresh veggies growing, and let's get growing.